Joe Cowley of the Chicago Sun-Times called out the Chicago's Bulls front office for their recent draft failures. Does he have a point, though? Y'all know we're going to talk about it, but you know you got to hit the music first. Cognac, gang, Shy Boys Podcast with the Cognac Boys. I'm Cognac Boy Bobby, and I'm with my dog, CDubb. How you doing, boy?
What's the word, man? What's going on with y'all out there, man?
What's cracking? Hey, if y'all like what y'all listening to today, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and shake the notification bell so every time we drop, you be one of the first ones to know. Now, Joe Cowley of the Chicago Sun-Times called out the Chicago Bulls front office for their recent draft failures, coming at young players, talking about them, and I got a quote for y'all. He went on to say, and quote, "Since taking over as the Bulls executive vice president of basketball operations, Connor Sovas and general manager Mark Eversley have now had 4 draft classes. It's still a small sample size, but also one that should start producing at a higher level. Instead, there's been a lot of squinting to find consistent high talent moments and at times squinting to avoid watching very underwhelming play." End quote. CDubb, how do you feel about that quote right there? Does this man have a point? Woo!
Hey, man,
kind of tough.
I see where he going. He got a small point. Let's just look at all the draft picks at Pat Will, Io, Marco Simonovic, Julian Phillips, and Dalen Terry. Right. When you say failure, is the only failure is Simonovic to this date. His failure is Simonovic. We got some that's on the brink. You got Io coming off a down year. We got Dalen Terry. We don't know what he's going to be even if he's going to get rotation minutes. But I just think he going a little too far. He going a little too far. They ain't failed. They failed in a sense with Marco Simonovic. For sure, that's a failure to me. But the rest of this is to be determined for sure. So I think he over exaggerating a little bit.
Okay, but does he have a point when he say he's squinting, or he just blind?
I get what you said. I get his little metaphor. You know what I'm saying? Because you look at Patrick Williams, he's supposed to be, but we still gotta fight him. You know what I'm saying? You still gotta push him to be great. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's still like a question mark over him. And then Dalen Terry, Io coming off a bad year. It's still I see where he's going with the squinting. Like you wanna root for him, but it ain't moving as fast as it should have, or as fast as you want it to. But I still think he exaggerating a little bit.
That's fine. I kind of it's twofold for me, man. It's been a process, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you think about P. Will was drafted 3 years ago, 2020, and man, we was like, man, but we got to keep in mind that some of these guys they came in 18, 19 years old, and other guys, develop at much faster rates because they don't come into teams with a lot of stars. You know what I'm saying? So I think that we do have to take into account that Patrick Williams, he came into a team that was made up of a lot of vets, and he was going to have to find his way versus some other guys that was going to come into a team to where it's just that guy and a bunch of young other guys. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make their way, and this guy's the de facto best player. Patrick Williams not the de facto best player. Ayo Dosunmu, when he was drafted, wasn't the de facto best player. Dalen Terry, we didn't even know what he was going to be when he was drafted. We was like, he wasn't even on our radar. No. What are we talking about? Who the hell is Dalen Terry? We had to look up. All right, keep it a buck. We looked at other prospects before we looked at Dalen Terry. That one came from left field, and we was like, hold on. We batting right. We looking right. How that come smack me on the side of the face? You know what I'm saying? You kind of get that drift, though?
Yeah, I definitely get that drift. I would say the road is difficult for Patrick Williams. When he first got into the league, got drafted by the Bulls, he still had Zach LaVine there, and he still got to make his own way. And now it got even harder. You got Vooch and Zach and DeMar. and
Right.
don't forget a budding Kobe White.
Right.
So it's difficult for this man to come up. And Dalen Terry, I don't know, man. Yeah, I like to put a lot of that blame on Billy Donovan. He just can't seem to find minutes for this kid. But
Right.
every time he come in, he make a decent impact. I just don't get it. He like to go, we know Billy Donovan. He like to go with his vets. You know what I'm saying? He like to go with his favorite players like Caruso and Kobe White. He like Kobe White too. So it's just a difficult role for Patrick Williams. And the other players, I don't think it is as difficult as Patrick Williams. Dalen Terry definitely got a difficult role because he's not fighting against the talent in front of him. He's fighting against coaching staff and what they like in a player. They want him to change him. They don't want him. It looked like they don't want him. So I don't know. It's a difficult situation.
So that's for what we just talked about is the one side of the argument. I'm about to bring you the other side of the argument on why I feel like Joe Cowley kind of has a point, bro. 2020. P. Will was selected. Guess who was selected after? Tyrese Halliburton. He'll be a good addition to this team right now. Tyrese Maxey. He'll be a good addition to this team right now. In 2021, Ayo was selected in the second round. Really, second round players, they just a gamble. So I ain't even gonna, harp on that too much. But in 2022, Dalen Terry was selected before Walker Kessler, who we was high on.
Yes.
He had a 10-block game.
Yes, that's crazy,
a
bro.
10-block game.
Yes.
So Walker Kessler could be a good addition to this team right now.
Excellent.
And then one could say Jaden Hardy could be a good solid addition to this team.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So so we talked about the difficulty for these guys to do something, but then we also seen guys that come in different situations. Again, the situation is still different from the Chicago Bulls, but man, did we pass up on some solid prospects who knows? We don't know if these guys would have been what they are right now on a Chicago Bulls team, but damn, does it leave a lot to desire? What you think about all that I just laid out for you?
First of all, we do know that Walker Kessler would have been blocking shots and getting rebounds with the Chicago Bulls. We know that. Hardy, he's a scorer. He's a professional scorer. He was going to score the basketball no matter where he would have landed. Yeah, so I see where you're going. The revisionist, you're going back in history, and absolutely, you can deduct them points for the choices that they make. But then when we make those choices, we gotta live with those. Facts. And I still thought when they made those choices that they was pretty good picks, above my own choice that I want, like Walker Kessler or Hardy. I still thought that Ayo was pretty good. I still think that Dalen Terry is pretty good. So it was yet to be seen, but it could look like better choices always. And Halliburton, come on, that's easy. Yeah, and bro. I don't think that's over yet, though. That's not over. Halliburton can't stay on the court. P. Will just played 82 games. P. Will just played.
He has been injured.
So but it was definitely P. Will out.
I'm getting that's fair. And just to add on, the point guards for the roster in 2019 before we went into that draft, we had Chris Dunn. We definitely could have got rid of him. They had Kobe White as listed as a point guard, which the Bulls probably at that time felt like he could have, went back into that UNC days and lived up to something spectacular. So I kind of caught they drift a little bit, but we can't dwell on the past, man. The decisions have already been made, but I did wanted to paint out both sides of the argument because Cowley got a point, bro. Eventually these guys got to start hitting on some of these draft picks, bro. You got to hit on something. And it's not, and just like you said, a lot of these prospects is still to be determined. Patrick Williams, like we see the flashes, we see he has to put it together. He got to. Julian Phillips, he got to develop. Dalen Terry has to get that shot going. Kobe White, he took a step forward, but that's not their draft pick. That's not their draft pick. So these guys, but Kobe White developed a little slower than other players that was in his draft class. So maybe we just gotta have some patience. But hey, the patience is running thin. If we keeping it a buck, I'm gonna keep it on. I'm gonna keep it on.
Oh yeah, the patience is running thin for sure. This is the year for P. Will. We ain't babysitting them no more. We gonna be on
No
your
more.
ass, bro.
No
So
more.
and Dalen Terry, hope he get on the floor. But when he get on the floor, I expect you to participate. I expect you to be impactful when you're on the floor.
I'm gonna say this right now about Dalen Terry. Preseason is the most crucial point of this
Oh
season.
man, bro. Oh
And I know
man,
it's
nephew.
preseason. I know it's preseason, but the shit that you left behind in summer league is do or die in preseason. Maybe I'm overreacting, but
No,
preseason he has to be efficient and show something totally different. We get he can
yeah.
do everything, but you got to put the ball in the basket. My bad, bro. Continue.
No. You good? I think Dalen Terry is one of those guys that was made with an extra adrenaline gland. He got an extra adrenaline gland, bro. He can't calm himself down, bro. You see, in that last game that he played, he was calm, and look what kind of game he had—a solid 20-point game, and he was efficient from the field. The kid just need to calm down. He's still that nephew. He's a kid. He ready to turn
That's
up.
true.
Did you see the little videos? He got a book
Yeah.
bag. He pulling shit out of his book bag, all type of shit.
Yeah.
He's still a young man, bro. He got to learn to calm down. It's hard to calm that excitement down when you're so young, but it's gonna
Yeah.
be interesting to see. But this is a great wake up call from Joe Cawley that we as Bulls Nation, as Bulls fans, need to pay a lot more attention to these draft picks that AK is. It's time for them to get off the babysitting, get out of
Facts.
the babysitter too. AK and Eversley now. It's about time for them to stop getting babysitted too now. Because I ain't been talking no mess about them neither, but it's starting to come. It's starting to
Bro.
come, bro.
I'm with you though. Look, we can go ahead and have a revisionist history and stuff like that. Think about those old times, but then we can't be so quick to move guys and then be like, Larry marketing, let's trade back, let's trade for him again. No,
Goofy as
Jimmy
hell.
Butler was here. Oh my God, if Jimmy Butler was still a Chicago Bull, we'll be in the finals, guys. No,
Shut the hell up.
we all wanted to let him go.
Yeah.
Hey, in business, you make decisions, and sometimes those decisions don't work out. And lately, it's been a lot of the time. But sometimes, correct me if I'm wrong. I ain't no mathematician or nothing, but a negative plus a negative equals a positive, right? So it got to be some type of positive that come out of this eventually, right?
ain't no way a negative and a negative come out a positive, bro. Ain't no way.
Bro, a negative plus a negative equals a positive.
I ain't finna do this right now, John.
Y'all let us know in the comments.
Ain't no
I ain't
way.
no mathematician. Hey,
me neither. Ain't no way.
If y'all gunning for me, blame Chicago public schools. It is what it is. Argue with your mama. Okay. I don't give a damn. Any final thoughts, bro?
Hey man, these kids that y'all drafted, man, they got a plan now sooner or later, bro. Our patience is wearing thin. You see this guy, Joe Cawley, his patience already gone. Wait till eyes come.
Bro. I mean, but if you think about it though, for my final thought is sometimes players just don't hit. It's called a draft for a reason. The team got to do their due diligence, and every person that you select in a draft, sometimes those guys just don't pan out. Like just real quick, you look at Boston, they got Tatum, they got Brown, they got Marcus Smart. They just got rid of Marcus Smart, and then every person they drafted after that, we really haven't seen or heard from the new guy. So you can't hit them on. You can't hit on them all. You only get 2 rounds in the NBA. You don't get 7 like the NFL. So you be like, I bet. So that's my final thoughts for today.
We need to take it to the military, Joe. If you don't work out in the draft, you go to jail.
What?
If you get drafted, if you don't go to war, you go to jail, don't you?
You right.
Oh, bro, don't laugh at me, Joe. I knew I hit it.
It's the way you said it at first. But hey, so y'all better be ready to go to war, or you going to the Chinese super tigers, whatever they call, what's they call?
The Russian super tigers.
Whoever, damn it, it's a super tiger, or you can go play with Kai Soto with the dragonflies. Don't argue with me. Argue with your mama. But
Bro, what?
that's it from us today, bro. Subscribe here for all your latest Bulls content. If you want to chime in on anything we talked about today or any other day, go ahead and send a voicemail in at 773-242-9219. And make sure you keep something in your cup. We're going to care if it's yak or H2O. Stay hydrated. We're going to catch y'all on the next one, though, for sure. Cognac.